What's good, YouTube? Man, it's my back in the corner of Bangy. You know what I'm saying, man? Today's reaction video, we have Lil Baby finally reacts to the CEO QCP finessing him out of $130 million deal. $130 million, bro. Man, we finna see what they done talking about, man. Y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, got you dig what I'm saying, man. And join the hawkers, man. Y'all give me some more videos to react to in the comments and join the Discord below. And just like that, I love them.
How the fuck you gon' bring a knife to a gunfight? Dumb bad nigga know you only got one light. If I put a cube on a Glock, I can show you how to take out 6 niggas with one pipe. Be with the red punch.
They were gonna buy him out of his deal for 150 and have him signed. Baby was like, and they said, oh, you can't make your mind up? All right, we'll just go to your bosses and give them double for everybody. And they bought the entire 300.
Imagine being offered $150 million for your music catalog. Life-changing money that could set your family up for generations. Now imagine your own CEO, the man who discovered you and helped build your career, going behind your back to steal that exact deal while you stayed loyal to him. That's exactly what happened to Lil Baby. And after years of silence, he's finally speaking out about how QC's CEOP finessed him out of the biggest payday of his career. We're talking about one of the most calculated betrayals in hip-hop history. Lil Baby, being the loyal soldier he is, refused to take a meeting with Scooter Braun about a $150 million buyout because he didn't want to go behind his CEO's back. But while Baby was showing that loyalty, P was having secret conversations with the same executive, ultimately selling the entire QC label for $300 million.
So, in this little 1 minute section, this man just said, this dude, I'm guessing this dude right here, I'm guessing this QCP right here. So, I'm guessing this dude, Baby got offered 150 million. I'm old dude like, nah, I'm with dude right here. I'm standing 10 with him. He told bruh go back door, talk to the same nigga. Fuck, get 300 million. Ah, hell nah. That's some hell nah.
In secret conversations with the same executive, ultimately selling the entire QC label for $300 million, with Baby getting absolutely nothing from the deal that was originally meant for him. By the end of this video, you'll understand.
Then it would have been cool if you would have gave Baby some of the bread, but you didn't get Baby none of the bread. Like, he been had the deal. Like, and you gonna. It's like you see the opportunity a nigga had that you wanted to get it yourself and you just like, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly how one of hip-hop's biggest success stories turned into one of its most shocking betrayals, and why Lil Baby's reaction is sending shockwaves through the entire industry. So if you want to know the real story behind the QC empire and why this situation is making every artist question their own label relationships, you need to stick around until the very end. What's good? It's your boy, Hip Hop History, and today we're breaking down one of the most shocking stories to come out of Atlanta's music scene in years. This story involves Lil Baby, one of the most successful rappers of the past decade, Pierre P. Thomas, the CEO of Quality Control Music, and Scooter Braun, the industry heavyweight who's managed everyone from Justin Bieber to Ariana Grande. When these three worlds collided over a $150 million deal, it created one of the most controversial situations in recent hip-hop history. The story of Lil Baby and Quality Control starts in Atlanta around 2016, but not in a recording studio. It starts on the streets, where Dominique Jones, that's Lil Baby's real name, was already making a name for himself, just not in music. Baby was known in Atlanta's Zone 4 for trapping, and he was good at it. He had the street credibility, the connections, and the lifestyle that a lot of rappers only pretend to have. He wasn't trying to be a rapper. He was focused on making money through other means, and music wasn't even on his radar. But P saw something different. P recognized that Baby already had
let's just talk about this shit here, man.
Focused on making money through other means, and music wasn't even on his radar. But P saw something different.
Mine no big as hell in the house. Big ass nose in the house. You smell what's coming, Nick, don't it, ugly ass nigga?
P recognized that Baby already had everything you need to be a successful rapper: the authentic street background, the natural charisma, the look, and most importantly, the respect from the streets. All he was missing was the music. This is where P's genius as a businessman really shows. He wasn't looking for someone who was already trying to rap. He was looking for someone who already had the authenticity and credibility that you can't manufacture, and then convincing them to channel that into music. The conversation that changed everything reportedly happened when P approached Baby about making a transition from the streets to the studio. P's pitch was simple. You're already living the life that rappers talk about. You already have the respect and the stories. So why not turn that into legal money through music? For Baby, this wasn't just about switching careers. It was about finding a way to maintain his lifestyle and support his family without the constant legal risks that come with street life. P was offering him a path to legitimacy that could potentially be even more lucrative than what he was already doing. P didn't just sign Baby and hope for the best. He invested time, money, and resources into developing him as an artist. He connected him with the right producers, got him in the studio with experienced...
But at the same time, it's looking like he's trying to make his money back off of what they just say. Look like he might be trying to make his money back off the money he invested with Lil Baby. That might be why he left him out. But don't you think they will make that off the album, the songs he dropping off this shit, you feel me? So, I don't know. I don't know how the industry should go. I don't even fuck with the industry. I like doing my own shit. That's why I just stay right here where I'm at.
Engineers and provided the industry knowledge that Baby needed to navigate the music business. The early days of their relationship were genuinely collaborative. P was teaching Baby about the music industry, helping him develop his sound, and providing the platform he needed to reach audiences beyond Atlanta. Baby was bringing the authenticity and work ethic that would become the foundation of his success. Once Lil Baby committed to music, his rise was nothing short of extraordinary. We're talking about an artist who went from never recording a song to becoming one of the biggest names in hip-hop in less than 2 years. His first mixtape, Perfect Timing, dropped in April 2017, and it immediately showed that P's instincts were right. Baby had a natural ability to translate his street experiences into compelling music. His flow was effortless. His storytelling was authentic, and his work ethic was incredible. By 2018, with the release of Harder Than Ever, Baby had achieved something that most artists spend years trying to accomplish. The album debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200, and songs like Southside were getting massive radio play and streaming numbers. But here's where the story gets really interesting from a business perspective. As Baby's success grew, so did his earning potential. We're talking about an artist who went from making no money from music to commanding six-figure performance fees in less than 18 months. The touring revenue alone was staggering. Baby went from performing at small venues for a few $1,000s to headlining major venues for $200,000 per show. By 2019, his performance fees had reached $500,000 per show. By 2020, he was commanding over $1 million per performance for major festivals and special events. The streaming
This man making $1 million in an event.
revenue was equally impressive.
$1 million in an event. Plus on top of the stream, plus on top of this, I'm saying that it's plus it's more. I know you got multiple incomes coming in, guy. You making $1 million off one just coming off here. That's already $1 million right there, guy.
Impressive. Songs like Drip Too Hard with Gunna accumulated hundreds of millions of streams. His collaboration with Drake on Yes Indeed became one of the biggest songs of 2018. Every project he released was performing better than the last. From P's perspective, this success validated everything he had believed about Baby's potential. He had taken someone with no music industry experience and helped turn them into one of the most successful artists in hip-hop. For Baby, the success was life-changing. He was able to provide for his family, move them out of dangerous situations, and build generational wealth through his music. The transition from the streets to legitimate success was everything P had promised it could be. But success also brought new challenges. As Baby's profile grew, so did the interest from other industry players. And most importantly, his music catalog was becoming incredibly valuable. Before we get to the Scooter Braun situation, we need to talk about QC's reputation in the industry because it's crucial to understanding why what happened to Baby wasn't completely surprising to industry insiders. Quality Control Music had built an impressive roster and achieved massive commercial success. But they also had a reputation for being extremely aggressive in their business practices, particularly when it came to contract terms and artist compensation. The most public example came with the Migos lawsuit. In 2019, the group filed a lawsuit against QC, alleging that their contracts were structured in ways that heavily favored the label while limiting the artist's ability to earn fair compensation from their success. According to the lawsuit documents, the Migos claimed that their contracts included automatic renewal clauses that essentially trapped them with QC indefinitely. As long as QC had a distribution deal, the Migos' contracts would automatically renew, making it nearly impossible for them to leave. The most damaging allegation was about the financial structure. The Migos claimed that despite generating hundreds of millions in revenue through their music, they were seeing only a small fraction of that money due to how their deals were structured. The lawsuit also alleged that the same lawyer who negotiated the Migos' contracts also worked for QC, creating a conflict of interest where the person supposed to be protecting the artist's interests was actually working for the label. Industry insiders weren't surprised by these allegations. QC had a reputation for being shrewd negotiators who structured deals to maximize their own profits, sometimes at the expense of their artists' long-term financial interests. Other artists who had been signed to QC also had similar stories. Offset had to pay millions to get his solo rights back from the label. Young Thug, in leaked phone calls, talked about how QC artists weren't making the money they should have been making given their commercial success. This reputation was well known in industry circles when major deals were being
So it's looking like they might been doing that though. Like, man, been doing that with all his artists. So I don't know, bro. Like, I get make your bread game, but like, it's a team effort for like everybody got to get their first shirt for like anything, bro. You ain't telling nigga it's already like, yeah, bro. Now if the nigga knew that he was doing all this, then okay, well he knew. He knew what was going on. And then be like, damn, I should have now I want this money. Now you know what I'm saying? But he ain't tell dude on some backdoor ass shit. So it's just like on some weird ass shit to me in my head.
Discussed involving QC artists, everyone understood that P and his team were going to prioritize QC's interests above everything else. In 2021, Scooter Braun, one of the most powerful managers and executives in the music industry, identified Lil Baby's catalog as one of the most valuable assets in hip-hop. The offer he made was staggering: $150 million for Lil Baby's music catalog. But here's where Baby's character and loyalty came into play. When Scooter's team reached out about setting up a meeting to discuss the deal, Baby's response was telling. According to multiple sources, including leaked phone conversations, Baby told Scooter's representatives that he couldn't take a meeting without involving P and QC. Baby's exact words were something along the lines of not wanting to feel like he was going behind his CEO's back. He said P was his real homie and that he didn't want to do anything that would seem disloyal or underhanded. This response shows everything you need to know about Baby's character at that time. He had an opportunity to secure $150 million for himself, but he was more concerned about maintaining loyalty.
You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't just about the money, fool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
To the person who had helped launch his career.
He wasn't looking at it about the money, fool. You was looking at it like you was my homie, fool. Like you one of the guys, bro. Then just like that money shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do this together, break it down together. But QC just, you know what I'm saying? It just ain't looking right for bro.
From Baby's perspective, this made perfect sense. P had taken a chance on him when he wasn't even a rapper. P had invested time, money, and resources into building his career. So when presented with this massive financial opportunity, Baby's instinct was to make sure P was involved and that everyone benefited from the deal. Scooter's team reportedly told Baby that he didn't need to bring P to the meeting, that this was about Baby's individual catalog. But Baby insisted that he wouldn't move forward without P being involved. This is where the story takes a dark turn, because while Baby was being loyal and refusing to take meetings without P was having his own conversations with Scooter Braun's team. According to the leaked phone calls that later surfaced, P was well aware of Scooter's interest in Baby's catalog, but instead of working with Baby to structure a deal that would benefit both of them, P saw an opportunity to maximize his own profits. While Lil Baby was refusing to take meetings with Scooter Braun out of loyalty to P and QC, P was conducting his own negotiations behind Baby's back. The leaked phone calls reveal the full scope of what actually happened. According to P's own words in the recorded conversations, after Baby refused to meet with Scooter without P being present, Scooter's team went directly to P with a different proposition. Instead of buying just Baby's catalog for $150 million, they offered to buy the entire quality control label for $300 million. Here's the crucial detail. Scooter didn't actually want the entire QC catalog. According to P's own admission in the phone calls, Scooter's primary interest was in Baby's music. The $300 million offer for the entire label was essentially Scooter paying double to get what he really wanted, Baby's catalog, while P got to keep the extra money that should have gone to Baby. P's exact words in the leaked call were something like, "Scooter tried to buy Baby for $150 million, but Baby wouldn't take the meeting without me. So Scooter went around Baby and bought the whole label from me for $300 million. Think about the mathematics of this betrayal. Baby was offered $150 million for his catalog. P sold the entire label, with Baby's catalog being the primary asset, for $300 million. Baby received nothing from this deal, while P pocketed the entire $300 million. In the phone calls...
300 million? That's what I'm saying. 300 fucking million, gang? And you couldn't give me a penny, a dollar, a 10, a 50?
He is actually bragging about how he outmaneuvered Baby. He's explaining how Baby's loyalty was essentially used against him. While Baby was trying to do the right thing by including P in the deal, P was using that loyalty as an opportunity to cut Baby out entirely. The most damaging part of P's recorded comments is when he talks about how Baby deserved to get something from the deal, but then explains why he didn't give him anything. P acknowledges that Baby was the main reason for the deal's value, but he structured it so all the money went to QC's ownership. This wasn't just a business decision, this was a personal betrayal of someone who had shown nothing but loyalty. Baby had turned down $150 million because he didn't want to go behind P's back, and P responded by going behind Baby's back to take a deal worth twice as much. When the leaked phone calls became public and the full scope of P's betrayal was revealed, Lil Baby's reaction was swift and decisive. The first sign that something had changed came through social media, where Baby and QC unfollowed each other on Instagram. In the hip-hop industry, social media moves like this aren't just personal, they're public declarations. When major artists unfollow their labels or business partners, it's usually a sign that serious problems are happening behind the scenes. Baby's reaction went beyond just social media gestures. According to industry sources, Baby's team immediately began exploring legal options to address what had happened. The challenge was that P had technically operated within the bounds of his contracts and ownership structure, even though what he did was ethically questionable. Baby's position was understandable from multiple angles. First, he had been offered $150 million for his catalog and had turned it down out of loyalty to P. Second, P had used that loyalty against him to structure a deal that benefited QC while giving Baby nothing. Third, Baby's music was the primary reason the deal was valuable in the first place. From a financial perspective, Baby had lost out on generational wealth because he tried to do the right thing. The $150 million he was offered would have been life-changing money.
You know what I'm saying? That's NBA money, gang. Like, it's NBA money, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. You gotta think about that Twitch shit. Like, the Twitch stream making more than 300 million and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
It could have secured his family's future for generations. But the betrayal went beyond just money. This was about trust, loyalty, and the fundamental nature of their business relationship. Baby had viewed P as more than just a CEO. He had seen him as a mentor, a friend, and someone who genuinely cared about his success. The leaked phone calls revealed that P viewed their relationship very differently. While Baby saw loyalty and partnership, P saw business opportunities and profit maximization. The unfollowing on social media sent a clear message to the industry. The relationship between Baby and QC was over, and everyone needed to understand that Baby felt betrayed by what had happened. The Lil Baby and QC situation sent shockwaves through the hip-hop industry that extended far beyond just one artist and one label. The leaked phone calls and the details of P's betrayal became a case study in how the music business operates when big money is involved. For other artists, Baby's situation served as a cautionary tale about loyalty and business relationships. Here was someone who had done everything right. He had been loyal, he had generated massive success for his label, and he had tried to handle business situations with integrity. Yet he still got betrayed when the numbers got large enough. The situation also highlighted the importance of ownership and contract structures in the music industry. Baby's catalog was worth $150 million. But because of how his deal with QC was structured, he had no control over what happened when outside parties wanted to buy it. Industry lawyers and business managers began using Baby's situation as an example when advising their clients about contract negotiations. The case showed how artists could create enormous value but still be vulnerable to exploitation if they didn't have proper ownership structures and legal protections. But perhaps most importantly, the situation changed how artists thought about loyalty in business relationships. Baby's loyalty to P had cost him $150 million, and that lesson wasn't lost on other artists who were dealing with their own label relationships. The hip-hop community's reaction was largely supportive of Baby. Fans and other artists recognized that he had been betrayed by someone he trusted, and there was widespread criticism of P's actions. When you look at the whole picture of what happened between Lil Baby and QC's CEO P, it's one of the most shocking betrayals in hip-hop history. Baby's loyalty cost him $150 million, while P's betrayal netted him $300 million. The leaked phone calls revealed not just what happened, but P's attitude about it, showing an industry executive who saw artist loyalty as something to be exploited rather than respected. This story matters because it exposes how the music business really operates when big money is involved.
That's crazy as hell though, like using your loyalty, like exploiting your loyalty instead of respecting it. Like this, it's a morality thing with people. Like I get just people don't got them same type of morals. You feel me? So I just, you know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing but just shake your head at this shit because like they don't got the same morals. So that's why you really gotta be looking at a motherfucker like, you feel me? Like, okay, you really have to watch a motherfucker.
It shows how artists can create enormous value but still be vulnerable to exploitation if they don't have proper protections. And it demonstrates why loyalty in business relationships needs to be backed up by legal safeguards and ownership structures. Baby's reaction, unfollowing QC and distancing himself from P, was measured but clear. He understood that the relationship was over and that he needed to protect himself going forward. For the hip-hop industry, this situation serves as a cautionary tale about trust, loyalty, and the importance of fair business practices. The $150 million that Baby lost represents more than just money. It represents the cost of misplaced trust and the importance of protecting yourself in an industry that doesn't always reward loyalty. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell because we're going to keep covering the stories that reveal how the music industry really operates. Drop a comment and let me know what you think about this situation. Was Baby right to be loyal, or should he have taken that meeting with Scooter? Until next time, this is your boy Rap Thread. And remember, in the music business, loyalty is a luxury that not everyone.
And just like that, man, y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, man? And I love my hosts.